Good evening. My name is Scott Ticknor. I'm the Acting Special Representative for Commercial and Business Affairs in the Economic Bureau at the State Department. And I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker, Michael Kratsios. Mr. Kratsios currently serves as the Deputy Assistant to the President for Technology Policy and leads the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy. We're excited to have his support for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. Prior to joining the White House, Michael was a principal at Teal Capital, where he invested in and advised technology companies. As a public servant and diplomat myself for the past 30 years, I'm inspired when private sector experts like Michael Kratsios choose to serve our great nation and help government folks like us work to assist and enable private sector companies, innovators and entrepreneurs. So please join me in welcoming Michael.
Good evening, everyone. Scott, thank you so much for that very generous and kind introduction. Before I begin, I really want to express our nation's really deep gratitude for the deep bonds of friendship between the United States and the Netherlands, which really predate our founding as a nation, as the ambassador mentioned. The Trump administration has always celebrated the great contributions of risk takers and job creators around the world, and we have made the Global Entrepreneurship Summit a top priority at the most senior level. As you know, Ivanka Trump led the American delegation to the summit last year in India, and as the ambassador just announced, Secretary Pompeo will be leading the delegation this year. America has had a long and very proud history of entrepreneurship that continues to this day. We are the home of some of the world's greatest universities and technology companies, the birthplace of inventors, and a consistent leader in the newest technologies. Before I joined the White House, I was an advisor to tech entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley for almost 7 years, and I saw firsthand how those who embraced America's tradition of innovation succeeded in a very unique and effective way. Yet our amazing success extends far beyond the global capital of technology in Silicon Valley. Citizens in Denver, in Detroit, North Carolina, North Dakota, and Pittsburgh, and Omaha, and all over the U.S., and everywhere in between, are really leading the way in emerging technologies. American entrepreneurship contributes immensely to our nation's success, with small business entrepreneurs employing nearly half of America's private workforce and driving about a third of all of American exports. Now, entrepreneurship is also key to the world's global success. According to the OECD, about 70 to 95% of businesses in all countries have fewer than 10 employees, and small and medium-sized businesses account for over half of all employment in OECD economies. Now, our administration respects America's long tradition of innovation and understands that the root of our prosperity isn't government micromanaging, but economic freedom, the stability of law, and culture that supports the respectful exchange of services. Now, we're successful as a country because as a people, have the guts, have the vision, and the freedom to chase their dreams, and because they live in a country where the rules here really make that possible. Now, acknowledging this spirit of the American people, one of our primary goals within the Trump administration, and particularly in my role at the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, is to empower our citizens to innovate by really removing barriers to innovators. And that has been something we have really been pursuing relentlessly for the past almost 2 years. Our innovators are engaged in a magnificent project. Perhaps day-to-day life seems normal to them. They work, they grow, they invest. But when they work, they build. When they grow, they lift others up. When they invest, they help others really reach their dreams. That's how the common citizens of America created the most prosperous nation the world has ever known. We can already see this pro-innovation approach bearing a lot of fruit here at home. For example, the President recently signed a memorandum to develop a new spectrum strategy so we can deploy 5G faster, we can connect more Americans to high-speed broadband, and we can help participate in the prosperity of the 21st century. Yet, and also this year, the administration decided to make tech transfer of federally funded technology from the lab to the market an administration priority. We want to help bridge what is known as the valley of death in the innovation cycle, where universities stop funding R&D, but it's far too early for the private sector to step in. And of course, the administration has had a bold deregulatory agenda and historic tax cuts that have led to an economic boom lifting all Americans nationwide. Now, our goal is to continue to enable investment, growth, and opportunity throughout America. And as we look to the future and begin preparing for the next Global Entrepreneurship Summit, I hope America's experience can help innovators and entrepreneurs from around the world to achieve their dreams as well. We very much look forward to working with the entrepreneurs and investors who will be at the conference from hundreds of countries around the world. And speaking directly from our office, I cannot be more excited about what's to come next year. So thank you so much, and we look forward to supporting this in every way we can.